For many, when researching how to save for retirement, there can be contradicting advice, and it can all get a little confusing. So here to help us navigate to ensure a successful retirement plan is Brian Bowen, the president of Integrity Financial Planning and the host of Retire with Integrity radio show, which can be heard on WFIR 107.3 FM and 960 AM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So in our last Wealth Wednesday, we talked about this book that we have on our table here. It's called The 5 Retirement Myths. Is that right?
Right.
So tell us a little bit about that book.
Right. We talked about the first myth.
Yes.
Right. Buy and hold always wins. And so, this one's talk really about the myth of taking big risks to get a big return. Right?
Yeah, so talk about that. I feel like that's something that all of us believe.
Right.
That we feel like
exactly.
you got to spend money to make money.
Right. Yeah.
So
and you've got to take this incredible amount of risk if I want to achieve a good return on your money. Right. Don't you immediately think of that?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I do want to get a return. You hear about somebody making a lot of money, and you're like, well, but they could have lost it all.
Yes.
Right. Also, and so the author Patrick Kelly talks about that in the book, where if in 1989 in the Nikkei 225 index, you would have invested $1,000, right, for easy math, and then 20 years later, in 2009, you would have had $271. And you and I always probably have heard, well, the stock markets always will come back, right?
Yes.
And they'll always come back. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to sell now. It'll come back. Well, in this instance, obviously, it didn't, right? And so you go, well, what's the solution for that, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you would have, in the book, he just talks about, if you would have just eliminated the down years, the minus 36, the minus 46, and all the bad years,
yeah,
you'd have actually had a 1,600% return on your money in 20 years, right?
I like the sound of
that.
that.
I know. It went from $1,000 to $3,800.
Yeah.
But how do you do that?
Exactly.
Right. You can't get 100% of a stock market and getting zero. But are there ways to limit your downside? And there is.
Okay. So I want to talk stock. We don't obviously we want to avoid the huge losses, but how do we do that?
Right. So, we have some proprietary products that we use to limit people on the downside in the market. So they can still be invested in the market, right, and get the potential if it goes up,
Yeah.
right, but also limiting their downside. And so when we have some of our prospective clients come in, we discuss that more in detail, because it can take, 5 or 10 minutes to discuss that. But there's products that we use to limit, because we're really looking for more of a conservative investor that doesn't want to be the riverboat gambler, right?
And I feel like that's most people out there.
Yeah, today there are, because they've lost a lot, right?
Yes.
The dot-com bubble, the 2008 crisis, and so things have changed, right? The paradigm has shifted to more conservative strategy.
Okay, so if somebody wants to maybe get their hands on this book, you have a special way for them to be able to do that. What is that?
Right, so they can call our phone, 540-266-3100, or they can visit our website, but schedule a free consultation. We really educate our clients, want them to read the book, understand the concepts that we're talking about, because me just explaining it is different than them reading it, right?
Yeah, and starting early is key, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right, and so they can call in, and when they get scheduled free consultation, we'll give them a free book.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll have your information on our website and a recap of what we talked about. Just head over to our website, which is daytimeblueridge.com. We'll be right back.